Hi guys, and welcome to Graphing Any Rational Equation where m equals n. So this is kind of piggybacking on a previous example. Again, we already looked at this equation here, y equals 2x squared over x squared minus 16, and we figured out its x-intercepts, its vertical asymptote, and its horizontal asymptote. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start plotting these. So we got that the x-intercept, we have an x-intercept of the origin, 0, 0. So we're going to put a nice big blue dot right there. Ooh, that was a little bit too exciting of a blue dot. There we go. Okay. Vertical asymptote, so that is the vertical lines that our graph cannot cross. So we've got one at positive 4 and we've got one at negative 4. Okay. So here we go. We've got our lovely line at negative 4 and it's dashed because it's not actually part of the graph, it's just guiding us as to where exactly we are going to put our answers. Okay, and then the horizontal asymptote here is we did the leading coefficient of the top divided by the leading coefficient of the bottom. So 2 divided by 1, which is 2. So we're going to also have a horizontal asymptote right here at y equals 2. Okay, so now that we've got our asymptotes done, what we want to do is we want to pick some values to the left and some values in the middle and some values in the right over here to actually do our graph out. Okay, so when we pick some values to the left, pick negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. Values in the middle, picked negative 2 and positive 2. And then values over here on the end, picked 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so let's go ahead and go on with our values to the left. So again, all we're going to do is we're just going to take these x's and plug them straight in here. So I've already done those calculations. Again, you're probably going to get some decimals, so just round to the nearest tenth. But this gives us 5.6. So about 5.6. This is about 3.6. And then negative 7 gives us about 2.7. So let's go ahead. We can go ahead and plot these. So we've got negative 5, comma 5.6. So that's about 5.5, which would be about right here. Okay. Negative 6, 3.6 would be about, that's about negative 3.5, which would be about here. And then negative 7, 2.7 is a little bit in between, kind of right here, not quite at 3, not quite at 2.5. Okay, and so then we draw in our smooth curve where it's just going to start nearing the asymptote there, and same thing here, it's going to go down and start nearing the asymptote but not cross it. Okay, so now again, we're gonna have some really nice symmetry here in our values that are to the right, and actually when we plug them in, we're gonna get exactly the same numbers as the values to the left. So when we plug this in, we're gonna get 5.6, 3.6, and 2.7. So really what it ends up being is it just ends up looking like a reflection all the way over here, okay? So we have 5, 5.6, so that's up here. 6, 3.6, which is down here a little bit. And then 7, 2.7, which again is just kind of right down there. And then again, we're going to draw in our lovely little curve going up here and going this way. Okay, so now in the middle we already have that 0, 0 there. So we plug in negative 2 and positive 2 here. And we end up for those, we end up getting negative 2/3 for both of these. So we would have at x is negative 2, y is negative 2/3, which is kind of right down here, and then just reflected across here, same thing. And so we can draw this as just coming right down here, nearing the asymptote on that side, and right down here, nearing the asymptote on this side.